Hey all, my name is Kurt. Here's Trenton. It's Friday, blind day, a bunch of Eagle Rare.
Well, here's the deal. We did a video before where it was like we wanted to see if there was a substantial difference between a Blanton store pick, a regular store pick.
That was Blanton's.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
we got that from
that.
somewhere in Tennessee when we were doing our Blue Note pick.
Mm-hmm.
But we also lumped in the Blanton straight from the barrel in that video just to see
Sure.
if we could tell a difference. Well, midway through the video, I was like, oh, Blantons are single barrels anyways. So it's maybe not the same as something like an Eagle Rare store pick.
Yeah.
So our good friend, old Jay Hoots, had a couple different store picks. These
Of course
are
he does.
two little 375s and a big old guy.
Yeah, and I don't know. Thank you, Jay, by the way. It's very kind of you to let us use this for the show. But here, Trent and I have got a Kenwood Liquor store pick. This one here is a Benny's. I don't remember.
That's a Jewel Osco.
Jewel Osco. And here's my good old standard that was sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
So we've got actually store picks from 3 different destinations, too. 3 different locations.
Yeah, so we're going to see how they fare.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
See, I'm mostly interested because I know like Benny's does a ton of store picks. I don't know how they go about doing those. Jewel, also a very large grocery store chain, kind of where we're at. I don't know if they're like nationwide or what.
Yeah,
but
who knows if they have somebody in charge that actually goes and tastes and chooses in that fashion, or if they just call and say, send us a barrel.
Yeah, and Kenwood, I don't know much about Kenwood. I've heard Jay mention it before, but...
Yeah, I've seen it quite a few times on the way to Midway Airport.
Oh, okay.
It's right there on Cicero.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And I hear from other folks, within the community that it's a pretty good place to find some bourbon once in a while.
All right. Let's see if they know what they're doing with the store picks.
Yeah, all right. We'll get to it in a second. But as you know, Trenton, your mom is not here. She had business to handle tonight. So, yes, just wait till you see that. So right before she left, she did pour this for us. So we absolutely have no idea what's in each glass. And today, she even sealed each bottle in their own separate envelope. Look at that.
Oh, Mom.
So... she's not here, but she is here in spirit.
Yes, she is. Yep.
So,
all right.
All right, pal. I set it up where A is on your right, D is on your left.
Okay.
So we're going to start with A?
Oh, okay. I thought these were the ones without the little label on there.
No. Your mom poured them. She would never make that mistake. I might have, but she wouldn't do that.
I mean, right away, we're doing something a little different where we have the Glens like sort of on the bottom.
Yeah. I just want to highlight the bottles.
Since they're like right underneath my nostrils, it's just like...
it's coming. And they've been sitting there for half hour to an hour or something like that. And so I've had plenty of time to sit and rest. So the aromas are coming full force. Trent, I really like this one, dude.
No bugs.
I really like this one. Well, thank God for that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time
Hopefully
we got bugs in there.
Bug season is over.
Nah. Where's that gnat? It's usually fine.
I haven't seen him in a while. Why did you have to mention it? Because now he will be back.
I kind of hope it comes out. Oh, that smells so good.
It's lovely. I get the cherry. I get like a beautiful brown sugar note in there. Trent, lovely brown sugar note.
This is like a Luden's cherry where it's like a real sweet confectionery type. Just like you were coughing down the Luden's when you were a kid.
100%.
Brings back a lot of memories. Went through a lot of those bags.
Yes, he did. Wrappers everywhere in his room.
It's fine. Well, too, if you're unfamiliar with Eagle Rare, I guess we should have just assumed that everybody was. These are all 90 proof. The single barrels, sometimes single barrels are cast strength. In this case, single barrels are proof down to, I think this is 90 proof for all Eagle Rare. So there's not a proof difference between any of these.
Buffalo Trace, 10-year bourbon.
Yes.
You can't beat that.
No.
For the price point, I'm sure it's up in the 40s, close to 50 now, I'm assuming. I used to get them when I was doing some hunting with you. You take
back
charge.
in the day.
You taking charge. I've gotten lazy. You've spoiled me. There's no doubt. So back in my day, they were a little under $40 when I was looking for them. I'm sure they're 45 to 50 at this point in time. So still, if you can find them at the retail price, it's a good deal.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've gotten lazy too. I go into Harry's and he just says here. And I say, okay.
Well, we're very fortunate. Very fortunate.
This is really good.
This is probably one of the best Eagle Rares I've ever sipped. I don't know what it is, and if it's my standard is sitting on the shelf, call me an idiot.
That's going to be unfortunate because you got a little nip left.
I know
and I'm going to be honest with you. I think for whatever the MSRP is now, I used to get these for like $39.99. I honestly, anytime I see them now, I kind of just pass them up because I'm not notoriously the biggest Eagle Rare fan.
Yeah.
But if they were all like this,
yes,
you better believe I'd be
lovely.
buying every
One
single
of the best
one
90 proofers I've ever sipped on that very first, on letter A. And as Trenton mentioned with the aromas, that comes through full force on the palate.
Yeah,
I don't think you could explain it any differently. It was excellent.
It's coming out with a hitter there.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. B. Huh.
How much you want to bet?
Yeah.
Because Mom loves a theme. How much
She
you wanna
always
bet?
says she doesn't, though.
She does.
But you kind of prove her wrong.
I do.
I know.
How much you want to bet that she put B as the Benny's one?
Hey, we're out there.
Unless it's a little quinky dink.
I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget when we reveal Benny's. We'll see.
That is way different.
It is. I don't get the super sweet cherry note on this one as I did in the first one. Might be in there faintly, but I so wanted to get it on the aromas again, and I'm struggling to find it.
Honestly, with this, I'm just getting oak, and that's it.
Yeah, it's I get a tiny bit of that brown sugar, Trenton, but yeah, decent amount of oak.
I need to start consuming more brown sugar just by the spoonful because I don't have it enough to really be able
brown sugar.
to be able to pick it up.
True story. Well, your mom's not here. She'd probably be hollering if she was.
She's gonna watch it.
If I ever get brown sugar out for anything, I always take a couple nips and just eat it right out of the little container she has of brown sugar, straight up.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, because I love it. I don't ever do that with white sugar, but that brown sugar, I do.
It's similar to how, if you've ever seen the Country Time lemonade, just the powder at the store, it's either the yellow or the pink lemonade. I used to just eat that with a spoon. Like whole containers with a spoon. My stomach hurt so bad.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like really concentrated lemonade. And I'd be playing video games or something, just dip the spoon in. And
I can't say I've taken spoonfuls, but I'd be tempted to do it. Brown sugar. It's good stuff. This is kind of not the greatest to me. And maybe it's because we're coming off of A, and A was so good.
This is what I associate with the Eagle Rare that I have at home. Now, I have had bottles like at your house, at Jay's house, other friends' houses that have Eagle Rares. And it's more, the one that I have at home is not necessarily proof of what Eagle Rare is capable of, but the one I have at home is just, it kind of reminds me a lot of whatever B is. It's just there, it's not my favorite.
For me, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It is quite oaky on the palate as well. I get a little bit of brown sugar, and I'm trying to get the cherry, but I'm struggling a little bit.
It ain't there. I don't think, at least.
Yep. All right, let's move on to C.
Ooh, wow. Holy moly.
We're back to some pretty sweet aromas in there, buddy.
That is a butterscotch kind of dealio. Honestly, I think for me, the B is quite oaky. C is like kind of in between. It's not super sweet. There is a little bit of oak, and then I get a little bit like a butterscotch thing going on.
Yeah, I'm still struggling for that cherry note on this one as well.
Kind of a two-noter.
Well, still pretty decent though. I mean, I like it. It's got some sweetness coming out of there.
Oh God. Okay. I'm not mad about that one.
No. No cherry whatsoever for me on the palate. I do get more of a caramel note, maybe the / butterscotch that Trent was trying to find out. The brown sugars kind of went away a little bit for me on that one. Definitely a little bit more oak presence. Not as much as B, but more than A.
Yeah.
For me.
See, it's interesting because, okay, hear me out. If let's say you're driving for those folks that are in the Midwest or places where it snows, you get a lot of salt on the roads and stuff when it starts to snow, and then you get some kickback and some accumulation underneath the wheel well and all that stuff. Don't ask how I know, but if you've ever like accidentally tasted some of that snow, it has like this roady asphalt type of vibe. Mm-hmm. Towards the back end, it's kind of giving me that. It's a little bit not bitter, but it's just kind of
that oaky notes is coming through.
It's an interesting.
Maybe some of the char notes that are a little bit better for you on the back end. That's what I was stating when I said it definitely has a little bit of an oaky presence there, but not as much as B.
No. Good in-betweener so far. Mm-hmm. It's kind of more of like a neutral. Mm-hmm. It's like a Sweden, just kind of neutral. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait.
All right. Yeah. Last one, D. Here we go.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
That's... Wow. Go ahead and pinpoint that, Mr. Aroma.
It doesn't really smell like anything.
To me, it almost gives off like a... this is going to sound weird, like a mouthwash type thing going on in there.
No,
like an antiseptic type thing, or but it's weird. Don't get it on an extreme level.
You watered down some like Listerine.
Yes. Watered down. Not extreme.
Dude, I get that. It's like almost, it's vaguely...
I don't know. That's so strange. I get that. I know.
Well, like what, when you have a mouthwash like a Listerine, like it's spicy? I don't know, like it tastes like a minty type, but it's not... Like what kind of mint? Like I get that in this.
Yeah.
That's super weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you pinpoint that and I didn't?
Bro.
I don't use mouthwash, but...
I've been trying to learn from you.
I respect it. Yeah, that's an A plus for effort right there.
It's what came to my mind. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's the most neutral nose and palate in a bourbon I think I've honestly ever tasted.
I swear on my life, I was going to say that is so boring.
It's
just boring. I mean, I can't even say there's oak. It's just like brown water with alcohol. That's exactly what I was going to say. And I was hoping you could have something better than me. I really was, but I'll take another sip.
There's very few times where I will admit that I'm at a loss for words. And not even admit, like I have nothing to say about this. It's just, it's there. It's a liquid. You drink it.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not bad. It's just almost non-existent at this point.
Wow. That's disappointing.
That's almost like water.
That's weird. That's very strange.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
now we're in a bit of a quandary because honestly, through this tasting so far, I thought for sure B was going to be my first out, but I got to go back to B and give it a taste because D did not show me much of anything.
Okay, well, it kind of... You could take like a... What do they call that? A pitchfork or whatever? Or fork in the road? B was my least favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
Until D.
Yeah.
At least with B, you get some flavor.
Yes.
As opposed to none.
Yeah, I just tasted it again, and I'm going with D, first one out.
I would rather have some bad flavor than no good flavor, or than no flavor at all.
And for me, Trenton, and it may be different for you. You might disagree with that, but B I don't think is bad. I just think it's a little bit over the top on the oaky flavor for me, for my palate right now. But as I sipped it again, if you are sipping it again, definitely some flavors there. It's just a bit oaky. I guess that's the best way I can explain.
I guess maybe I should like kind of rethink how I go about rating things, because when I say if I were to say it's bad out of these four, comparatively to the best one in my opinion, it is not good. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean it's overall bad. It just means out of the lot here, it's not good.
The only one I am surprised of is D. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, for me, B's just a little bit oaky, but D was like weird. It was just strange. I did not expect that whatsoever. All right, we got D out first. Trent and I am going to go with B out next. Mm-hmm. That'll be mine next.
That was also mine.
All right, and then I think we'll probably be in agreement then. A was just so spectacular. I'm gonna have to go with C in second and A in first, and I just don't know how you could go differently than that.
A's the type of bottle you take out to a dinner and a movie first, you know? It's just like, it's one you want to spend some time with, right?
Well said.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good.
Good. All right, well, let's get to the old sealed envelopes that your mother provided for us. Trenton, I'm going to say it out loud. That way, if I'm incorrect, let me know. But I'm gonna see what D is first, because D, what came in 4th place for us today. And
I cannot believe she put it in 4 separate envelopes.
I
gotta respect.
You gotta love her.
Yeah.
You do. Oh, Jay, I'm sorry, buddy. D is the Binnies. The Binnies store pick.
Okay, that makes me think then, because Binny's is so big.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
That they're just gonna say, hey, send us a barrel. I don't care what it tastes like, because not to disrespect anybody at Binny's, but there is no way that you would taste this and be like, yeah, this is a good
That's
pick.
the barrel.
Because it's just not.
Somebody was just jumping up and down with glee that they're getting an Eagle Rare store pick.
And I know that like Binny's probably gets 20 Eagle Rare picks in a year or something, because they're so big. They get a lot of volume, a lot of barrels. Yeah. So maybe they just put in their effort towards like the Stags and the Wellers and stuff from Buffalo Trace rather than Eagle Rare. Because anybody and their mom's going to buy an Eagle Rare if they see a store pick for MSRP.
Sorry, Binny's.
Wow.
Last place.
Well, she didn't go with the theme.
She proved you wrong. I forgot to look. I wrote it down and still forgot. I knew I would. All right. Going on then with 3rd place, Trenton, I have B. Your mom had in 3rd. Yep. I mean, we had in 3rd place, so your mom says B is Kenwood Spirits Single Barrel.
That's
now,
this guy.
Here's my opinion on that one, Trenton. And I have heard some good reports on Kenwood. I just believe that whomever was tasting for these barrels, they appreciate an oaky 10-year type bourbon.
That was B.
Yeah. So that's my opinion on that. It's not bad whatsoever. It just had a little bit more of an oaky presence to it than the other two. So that's what I think probably happened there. And I think somebody made their best judgment on that, and that's what they liked.
Well, and one thing you got to understand too is that like if you are offered a barrel of Buffalo Trace or something like that, you are going to get 3 or 4 samples. Mm-hmm. 3 of the samples could be bad, and then this is the best one out of the lot.
Sure.
So there's no way to be like, hey, this person likes this.
Yep.
This could have just been the best one that they pulled off the rack at that time.
And we haven't had the good fortune yet to pick a barrel of Eagle Rare. But I'm sure with Buffalo Trace, we can't go in there and have them pull 5-6 barrels. If we don't like those, give me a couple more.
No.
I'm sure that doesn't happen.
I doubt it.
With Buffalo Trace. So you're probably right on the money there. All right, pal. We're going to go now with 2nd place, which in my paperwork, it is C.
I kind of want A to be the one that you have.
I'm truly kind of nervous a little bit about that.
Can I open it?
I don't know what it is.
So this is 2nd place.
2nd place.
Jewel-Osco.
You are right. I have to see it. Get out of here.
You better hold on to that, buddy.
That is incredible.
No way they can see that.
Now, keep in mind, this has been open for a while, probably a couple years. I don't dig into the Eagle Rare bottle that often. I choose to share it with other people that come down that don't have the opportunity at times to have Eagle Rare, so I choose to share it.
Kurt's Eagle Rare 10-year.
It's just incredible to me, and it's great. And you know what the encouraging part of this blind to me, Trenton, is that folks have the opportunity for the most part to see Eagle Rare, and they can get a shelf bottle.
Yeah.
One you can find on the shelf. I know this is all tongue in cheek, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's darn good.
I wish mine tasted like that at home, but it doesn't.
So hey, I got the best Eagle Rare bottle. What can I say? I'm happy about it. I only have a little bit. Doggone it now. But And that's shocking to me. I really thought it was going to be the other one.
Yeah, so, that's very surprising.
Well, hey, there you go. You know, I just don't even know what to say. I'm still dumbfounded. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. That's all we got for you today. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. Have a great weekend and see you next time right down here with Trent and me in a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.